Again, I'm amazed that people aren't really understanding why Trump's delaying. Look, it's the same as the first two reasons, but slightly different. Listen, in the first 12-day war, only 86% of the rockets were stopped. Okay, 14% landed. So when he was delaying the first time, he was making sure, because Iran's target would be Israel, he was making sure that all of the defensive systems and the rockets and the load of those rockets was in place to prevent it. And of course, as it began again, you know, those 14% of those rockets were landing in Israel and causing damage. Now, initially, he was waiting because he needed to make sure that those rockets were, prevented against. And then the second time that he's been waiting, he's been trying to make sure that his Navy ships are safe, so to get them out of range. Okay, now this time it's the oil ships in the Gulf, and I'm not talking here about oil and politics or anything like that, but basically now you have 1,500 ships in the Gulf and Iran has never tried to target them. Now, if they rediverted all of their drones onto those oil ships, there's 1,500, they're going to start knocking them down. Remember, the space ballistics, if Iran fired the space ballistics down on themselves, or into that shallow Gulf, they would hit a very large number of those ships, the same way that they can fire drones at Kuwait from Iran, and they could be hitting the airport. Now, of course, if they start sinking oil ships, which they haven't tried to do yet, then you must understand, Trump is boiling milk. If you've ever boiled milk, you have to boil it very slowly so it doesn't go off the boil. And it really, the issue here is what Iran are aiming at. Now, initially, they were aiming at Israel, and you have to protect that. Then on the second time in, they could have been aiming at the Navy ships, the US Navy ships, and so he had to make sure that those were placed out of the range. And now what he's concerned about is them aiming at the ships in the Gulf, sinking the Gulf. It's a very shallow sea there. It would be decades of catastrophe of oil slicks in that very shallow sea. This isn't like the Atlantic Ocean, it's a very shallow sea, the Gulf. So he's trying to make sure that there is an absolute chaos and mayhem right the way across that entire region. So he's boiling milk very slowly, and he's entering. And the people that say Trump's too late, you're wrong. You were wrong last time, you were wrong the time before. He's not too late. You aren't looking at the issues. He will enter, he will destroy this country militarily, but he's boiling milk